I was taken aboard a spacecraft, and right now, I'm just relaxing in the sleeping quarters they assigned to me, gazing at the faraway galaxies from a small window, contemplating on how huge the spacecraft is on the inside, because when they first landed in front of me, the craft was no bigger than a school bus when looking at it from the outside. But when the tall blue humanoid beings escorted me into the ship through the open hatch, I was blown away on how big it was on the inside. It was like the size of New York City, with millions of people and an array of diverse beings all going to and from, like you would see in any city or town. May I also note that the blue beings who escorted me in the ship were about 4 meters in height and very slim. That's equivalent to 13 feet in height. Anyway, I was just so mesmerized on how big the ship was in the inside opposed to the outside of it. I've never seen this in a sci-fi movie. They communicated with me through telepathy, telling me they had no names and were recognized by a feeling, a unique feeling. They explained that I would just know who's who by the feeling. They said they came to take me home for reasons they would not disclose to me yet, and that I would not be introduced to anybody else on the ship until my energies were balanced out and aligned to the ship's frequencies. The spaceship seemed to be partially organic. I can kind of understand what they mean, but now I can feel much less anxiety in relation to adapting. I do feel safe. In fact, it feels so harmonious in here. Their own faces looked so peaceful and full of grace. So much so, I trusted them and their instruction. Every now and then, they would serve me fruits and vegetables. Some were familiar and some weren't. They told me they grew them naturally, and to multiply them, they would extract the genetic information from the fruits and veggies' auric field. They made 1,000 fruits from one naturally grown fruit. I did ask one of the tall beings, "So you're cloning the food?" She replied, "No, we are not. We are not manipulating the cells in any way." I said, "Oh, I have a lot to learn." She said, "No, you have a lot to remember." She said, "I've spent lifetimes on this particular ship." Thinking to myself, that explains my dreams, or what I thought were dreams, to say the least. She said, "Yes." I forgot that telepathy is strong and they can hear the most personal of thoughts. Earlier on, they did tell me subconscious thoughts were forbidden to be tapped into. I'm slowly remembering how this all works, but they're patient with me. Back to the scene of relaxing in my sleeping quarters, gazing out the window. The color of my sleeping quarters was a dark gray with an edging of emerald green throughout the room. There wasn't much detail because the construction was seamless, no bolts or rivets. There was a soft hum of energy, which made it easy for me to rest and sleep. Every time, upon awakening, I felt significantly more knowledgeable. I would say I feel like I'm changing, but to be more accurate, I was becoming more of who I am. It's like subconscious questions were being answered as I slept, and they were being answered by me. It was just a deep process of remembering. I'm starting to get it. I'm becoming who I always was. I cry a lot, releasing the useless emotions that no longer serve me. It's actually super replenishing. I look forward to it now, because it is the way. It is the destiny I navigate. It is who I am. I feel more at home after each solar system the spaceship passes. As I look out the window, I think about when they told me time, as I know it, moves really slowly in this craft. Each one of my perceived minutes equals out to a little more than 8 days. So what would be 1 minute on Earth would be roughly 8 days on the spaceship. The spaceship was energized in a way that humans would never understand. Even the word engineering is not fit for this concept. They told me it's more like the spaceship was born or grown rather than engineered. Third density understanding can only understand the third density. And this ship has many different densities throughout it. This way, many diverse beings of different densities can live on the spaceship. Many people from Earth would see the spaceship flying over them and think it's exclusive, when really, it's inclusive. Much has been forgotten. That's why they are human. Humans are human because they operate on a third density vibration. This is why the more I remember, the more I become less human. This is not a coincidence. It's a purpose. It's a mission. By the way, the clothes they gave me upon entering the sleeping quarters weren't really clothes, and I didn't have to put them on. They handed me a small, transparent vial with what looked like liquid mercury to me. They instructed me to drink it, and when I drank it, I started to sweat out of every pore in my body. Only it wasn't sweat. It was that mercury-looking liquid. It formed a sort of flexible metallic layer sealing my whole body. It basically looked like a silver suit, a silver bodysuit, from my neck to my feet. And at any time I wanted to cover my face and head, all I would have to do is think about it, and it would happen. They told me this suit would not only protect me from any kind of extreme temperatures, whether hot or cold, but it would also protect me from any kind of energies that were not compatible with me. And that this suit was also on the inside of me, providing me with oxygen at any time or place it was needed. In addition, it kept all my vital organs healthy. I thought to myself, I don't ever want to take this suit off. They laughed. The tall blue female winked an eye at me. I must say, I love it here. Now I know why I never quite felt or fit in on the planet Earth. I now know I wasn't on Earth to live. I was on Earth to get something done. Something I chose to do. But I digress because I'm not on Earth anymore. I'm inside of a spaceship that I apparently have been on for many lifetimes. It's all making sense to me. I was never human to begin with.